What's up, YouTube? Casually Clashing, bringing back another video. Goblin Barrel off the bat, arrows to counter, so we're just going to be pushing our way on up again. This guy is playing log bait, so I'm going to be dropping my queens in front of the tower just in case he has a rocket. But he also does have a goblin gang. Yeah, this is a log bait deck. We do match up pretty well against log bait, so I'm not really too worried about this match too much. But I'm just going to go ahead and play a Valk for that goblin gang. See if my queen can't snipe off that princess, which she can. So we're looking good so far. We did get some good minor chip, and my princess, not my princess, my queen is taking out that knight. Because I do have snowball and arrows for any bait cards he might drop, or any goblin barrels he might drop. I'm just gonna go ahead and arrows the princess off the board. And we're looking good so far. He plays another goblin gang with a knight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play down my Valk. And I did miss the barrel, so this is going to be a lot of damage for him, but it's not the end of the world. We are still up in damage, so I'm not really too worried about it. I should have probably saved my arrows and just went for like skillies or something for that princess, but he plays down an Inferno for my Valk and Queen. I'm just going to go ahead and pop my Queen ability, and she should be able to get through all the troops he has on the board and get some free shots, so that is going to be tower down. We go ahead and take his tower, and all we have to do is just defend for the remainder of the time. I'm going to go ahead and Inferno for that knight. Not the best elixir trade, but I'm just trying to make sure I can play defense. And I have arrows for his barrel, so not really too worried about it. Now we just have to play defense for another minute and see if he can't take our tower. He plays a princess in the back, which I will just go ahead and poison just to get her off the board. Poison his king tower while we're at it, and he plays on an ice spirit, so I'm pretty sure he's about to start another push. He plays on a goblin gang, so I will just play my Valk. And the goal is just to defend for the next 1 minute, guys. I'm going to go ahead and play my queen up. Again, I'm trying to make sure if he has a rocket, he can't get rocket value. And he plays on another princess, which I will just be minoring. I'm going to save my arrows for his goblin barrel, just to make sure he doesn't get any free damage. And I'm going to be playing down an Inferno just to block for any princesses at the bridge that he might play. There's the barrel, arrows on it again, and we're looking good so far. So I'm going to go ahead and play down the Valk just to take out that goblin gang, and we do manage to take out his entire push, so that is game 1-1, guys. Let's see if we can go 3-0 again today. We're just going to go ahead and hit the play again button, just so that you guys know I'm not cutting out any gameplay to try to make myself seem better than I actually am. But this next one we're against Salseon. Not sure how to pronounce that. It looks like it's another bait matchup. So Valk for the princess. I could have snowballed, but I wasn't really thinking. So Valk for Valk, minor for Valk. You know how it goes. I have arrows ready just for that goblin barrel. So another good matchup for us, guys. I'm not really worried about the bait matchup. I do feel like I match up pretty well into it just because I have 2 spells to counter it. That's kind of why I made this deck. I'm just trying to play as defensive as possible, but he plays the goblin gang. I'm going to go ahead and play my queen for it. And I need to make sure my queens aren't that close to the tower so he can't spell my queen down. I'm going to go ahead and drop my queen ability for that Inferno. And we'll see if we can't get onto the tower, guys. And we do. So we get 2 free shots onto the tower. Valk up front, just in case he wants to princess, which he did not. So we just have a Valk that's pushing, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with the minor. I'm going to have the Valk tank for the minor, so the minor gets more chip shots on the tower. As he plays on another, what's it called, a barrel. He plays on a princess as well. I'm going to have to go ahead and let that get a couple shots, but it's not the end of the world, even if we just take some slight chip. Another Inferno for my queen, so queen ability should get us through that Inferno. And it does. He goes ahead and logs, but my queen should still get at least 1 shot. And she gets 2, so we're looking good. This match is looking pretty good so far. Again, matchup-wise, I do feel like I match up pretty well into this guy, so I'm just going to go ahead and play Skellies and a miner. I'm going to go ahead and save my Valk just for his... I'm not sure if he had a Goblin Gang or not, but I would like to save my Valk. He plays his own Valk, so I'll go ahead and play my Valk for his Valk. And my Skellies get some pretty... Yeah, there's his Goblin Gang. My Skellies get some pretty good damage onto the tower. I'm going to go ahead and play my Queen. And that princess is still alive. Yep, there's the rocket. I knew he had a rocket. So I'm just going to go ahead and play down a miner and poison out his Goblin Gang. So far we're looking pretty good in taking this match. I'm just going to go ahead and Valk for that princess. I'll save my arrows for his Goblin Gang. I'm going to go ahead and Queen pretty high just to start DPSing down that Valk. He rockets my Queen off the board, so not much we can do in that regards, but it's just going to be a simple poison or a minor poison like I just played to take out his tower. And that is match number 2-1, guys. So let's go ahead and hop into the third and final match. See if we can't go 3-0. And let's see. So hit the play again button, searching for an opponent, and we hop into a match. It's against Das Knetch. Not sure if I pronounced that right, so bear with me, but he is level 15, so let's go ahead and see if we can't take him out. He plays down a knight, so I'm not really sure what he's playing. But I'm just going to go ahead and play my Queen for that knight, as he does have a lightning as well, so I'm not off to the best start. I didn't know he had a lightning. I wouldn't have played my Queen right there, but I'm going to go ahead and play down a defensive miner just to take out that knight. And we'll see what he drops for the miner. I gotta go ahead and snowball the tower and poison the Goblin Gang just to make sure we take out those spear goblins. And he's playing bait, another bait player. What are the odds? I ran into 3 bait players this entire video. This guy's running lightning instead of rocket though. Usually I see bait players run rocket, but this guy isn't. So my Queen does get some pretty nice damage onto the tower. He is still up in damage, but that was a misplay, guys. I accidentally misclicked my Valk, so not looking good for me right now, as he does just play an Inferno. I'm going to go ahead and play a Miner just to try to get a little bit more extra damage. And my Miner does tank for that Princess, so I can play some Skellies on top of that Princess. Hopefully my Skellies can take out that Princess. They do. So we're looking good. We did take back the damage lead. And so far, so good. So with my Archer Queen, I'm going to have to be playing her pretty high up just to make sure he can't lightning my Queen and the tower. Another option would be to go opposite lane, but I have so much damage on the left side of the tower that I don't really want to go opposite lane. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop my Queen at the bridge. He just lightnings her off the board, so he looks like he doesn't care about getting any tower damage. He just cares about getting my Queen off the board. He plays down a Goblin Gang as well, which I will just be playing a Valk for. My tower isn't hitting that knight, so my Valk might lose that trade. And I'm just going to go ahead and knight, well not knight, but miner for the tower. As well as poison just to take out that Inferno. I'm going to go ahead and Skellies. Play down a high Queen. That barrel does look like it's in the corner, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with the corner barrel. I'm with the corner arrows. And another miner down. Queen ability. Hopefully I can pop in this top. I did not. So his... Hopefully... I'm hoping that my... Sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but I didn't pop it in time. Just going to go ahead and poison that Princess. Play my Queen up front again. Just to make sure he can't get any free damage. Let's see if he lightnings. He does not. So I'm just going to go ahead and play down a miner to tank for my Queen. And hopefully my Queen can get a couple shots on the tower. Which she does. So we're looking good for this match too, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and play down a Valk. He plays down another barrel. I'm just going to go ahead and arrows that away. And go ahead and poison his Princess. And it looks like one more cycle of poison and we should be golden to go 3-0 for this video. So another miner in the back, and he catches it with the knight. I'm going to go ahead and pop my Queen ability. I just need to cycle back to one more poison, and we should be fine. So just going to go ahead and play a Valk, and then play down the poison, and those are going to be the games for today, guys. Looks like we went 3-0 in this video. If you guys like the content, go ahead and Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.